It's Saturday morning, and Saturday is my day, guys, because I don't have to work. So I get to come out here and work on these hot rods all day and try to get some stuff accomplished. But in this episode today, I'm going to be focusing on the Lightning that's on the lift there. I'm getting a bunch of calls today, people trying to get ready for the Ford takeover. So don't know what I might get into today, but I'm definitely going to get the Lightning fixed. Don't know if you can see the little convertible back there that I put the Kenny Bell on. I'm still trying to finish the tune on that, so I'm going to try to get that done today. So as you can see, guys, my Saturdays are pretty full, but hopefully we can get something done on this Lightning and get it fixed, take it out for a ride.
But what happened to the truck, and it's a fairly common thing, and it generally happens out of the blue, and it happened out of the blue with me. I was going to lunch. I went out, cranked the truck. It was barely idle. It was idling rough. It was stumbling around. It was idling about 400 or 500 RPMs. And if I gave it any throttle at all, it would try to stumble and die. I had no power. I obviously couldn't go anywhere. And I've dealt with quite a few Lightnings over the years, and it's a pretty common issue with the Lightnings. So I thought maybe that the plastic Y in the tank that connects the two fuel pumps to the fuel hat, I thought it had failed, because when they do that, it'll crack and break, and it's just shooting fuel into the tank and nothing can get to the rails. But guys, I'm not gonna make this a how-to video or anything like that. I'm actually gonna run it at 2 times speed. But at key points of the video, I will stop and show you what's going on. That way you can decide if you're having a similar issue, if this is something that you may wanna try to do. And I'm gonna tell you guys, it's gonna take longer than you think. And I think I actually mentioned that a little bit later in the video. But you got tight confines in there. It's not a hard job, but you got some tight confines. But let me show you where to check your fuel pressure on a Ford Lightning. So you're gonna be on the passenger side of the truck, and all you do is follow the fuel rail back, move the 2 heater hoses out of the way, and that little black cap right there. Remove that cap, and that's where you check your fuel pressure. And in my case, the truck would idle, barely, but it would idle, and I had 5 pounds of fuel pressure. So I knew I had to get in the tank and either figure out if it was a bad pump or broken wire or whatever. But guys, if your truck won't crank, you're gonna have to get you a helper, and you're gonna have to be under the hood watching the gauge while they key on, key off, key on, key off, so you can read what your pressure is. How long did I say this was going to take me, David? An hour?
We said 6 to 8 hours, remember?
Yeah.
6 to 8 hours.
So there's a vent line back here. You got the neck, the filler neck tube here. Another vent line up here. 2 fuel line connections and the electrical connection. So it's not too bad. You just don't want to pull anything loose, like tear any hoses loose or something.
Well, when it first came out, they slowly, I mean, that's one of the reasons.
Oh, thank you.
There goes another one.
This tool keeps dropping the tools. I have a little special tool, and then you just slide it in and around, and I found it was easier to push the hose forward while pushing the tool with my other hand to break the little tabs loose, and then once you do that, you pull it off. That Y is not broken. Itself, the hose come right off the pump. That's the problem.
I'm replacing them anyway. And I'm replacing the wire, because that'll be the next thing that breaks, is that plastic wire. So, yeah, I didn't even touch that and it came off. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Ford made this assembly so that it will only go together one way. So just pay attention to what you're doing. You won't have any issues.
Moment of truth.
The truck fired right up, so I'm not even going to check fuel pressure at the rail because I'm about 99% sure that it's fixed. So now it's road test time. So we're going to get out, drive this Lightning a little bit, beat on it a little bit. We'll see how it runs. The engine's completely stock, so there's not a ton of stuff to look at, but these trucks were 360 horsepower and 440 foot-pounds of torque, so they're a lot of fun to drive. But guys, as usual, I've got a lot of work to do, so let me get to it. I'm out.